Dyslexia is clinically referred to as a reading disorder, and it's the inability to read at a level that's consistent with a child's grade or age.
So if I was to say the word house, many of you can picture a house. If I say dog, you can picture a dog. If I say the word the, do you get a picture?
Well, Mrs. Eldridge, this wonderful old lady, very plump, I can see her so well, she knew there was more to it than being stupid. And she didn't have any formal training in reading, but what did she do? During reading period, we'd be sitting at these little round tables, and she would simply come over when it was my turn to read and sit down next to me. And I would feel so safe. And as I would stammer and stutter, none of the other kids would laugh at me because I had the mafia sitting next to me. That arm took out of the process the real disabilities, which are shame and fear and thinking that you're stupid.
There's a psychologist named Dr. Gershon Kaufman. Dr. Kaufman studies shame. Dr. Kaufman says that people who cannot read or who have difficulty learning how to read feel the same level of shame as people who've engaged in incest. So we have this outer layer of our brain called the cortex. Okay, and we all know that we have these little things, or maybe we don't know, but we have these little things called mini columns. Okay, and these mini columns serve as telephone poles, if you will. What strings together on these mini columns are our axons. Okay, now people with autism, for example, have axons that are extremely closely located in proximity to each other. And as a result, their axon lengths are very, very finite and short. And as a result, they are able to do these incredibly detailed, highly specific patterns and behaviors and skills, right? Well, dyslexics are on the other side of that spectrum. We have our mini columns that are spaced very, very far apart. As a result, our axon lengths are significantly longer, okay? We have an incredibly difficult time doing what's called phonetic decoding. Okay, that's the most complex word I'm going to use, and I hope you're impressed by it. Phonetic decoding is essentially our ability to identify these squiggly lines, translate those lines into a sound in our mind, and then string those sounds together to compose a word. For dyslexics, that takes 5 times more energy than a normal brain.